Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Granite Exchange only series. After finally reaching my goal of 1000 total level, I have now expanded the series to the Granite Exchange plus an additional area. I now have access to the Varrock Palace as well as my POH. Now going forward, the new goal for this account will be 1500 total level. Once we have access to a 1500 total level world, we will finally reach the end for this account. Now, in the last episode, we managed to unlock the Thieving skill, which is going to be integral in reaching my goal of 1500. Without it, it would be extremely hard. However, unlocking it is one thing, actually training it is going to be something else entirely. Anyway guys, if you are enjoying the series, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying it. Just take a quick little gander down there to see if you're subscribed. I would love to try to hit 200,000 by the end of the year. Anyway guys, let's get started. Alright, so we are starting the episode off at 1107 total level, which means we just need a little bit under 400 more to go. Now obviously this will require a ton of grinding and a bunch of different skills. However, what I really want to tackle right now is actually combat. We don't really even have a member's weapon yet. Technically we do, but it's really just as good as a rune scimitar, so I really want to unlock a better weapon now that we actually have a decent training method. Now I've made a bit of a decision here. What I'm going to be doing is selling back my redwood logs. Originally I had 99 fire making banked, however I've spent so much money on construction, I kind of need the money. And now that we've unlocked a new area, I don't think rushing 99 fire making is as high of a priority, so we're going to wait on that for now and get back my 5 or 6 mil. Oh no, my first willow tree died, that's a little sad. Oh well, we'll go ahead and plant another one I suppose. Okay, one item I actually totally forgot about was actually rune boots. They actually provide a significant combat bonus, and well, I had not been wearing them for the last 6 months. Not that it mattered that much because imps were so weak. However, now that my max hit actually matters, we definitely want to prioritize getting a higher strength bonus and higher combat stats in general. Alright, so the first weapon I want to shoot for is actually the Granite hammer. I've never used one of those before, but apparently it is the best weapon for players who have 55 attack and strength. Oh my god, we've been here for just like an hour, and all of a sudden we have another genie random event. As always, these are always going to be going into Hunter. It's really one of the few skills I can't train here. And we're already level 2 Hunter, so things are definitely speeding up now. Only around 3 or 4 more genie randoms until our next level. Well, we have a pretty notable strength level coming in here. That is going to be 50 strength. Currently still getting around 20,000 experience per hour. However, there is definitely room to grow here. Whereas imps were just getting the same amount of destroyed at 20 strength as I was at 50 strength. Okay, our first willow tree successfully grown. There we go guys, that is also going to be 28 farming. We gotta grow willows all the way to 45, or I suppose 42, at which point we can boost again for the maple tree. Oh my god, we are getting so lucky with these random events. Another dunce random. I'm so afraid of messing these ones up. Definitely not impossible to do that. Regardless though, that is another 30 experience right into Hunter, which means we're very close to level 3. There we go guys, that is going to be 45 attack, bringing us up to total level 1117. Okay, so all of the redwood logs are finally sold off. We ended up with around 8.2 mil. Now, one thing I definitely want to try eventually is to do Barrow's armor repair. Now, it should be a really easy way to make money with my POH. However, I do need to get a high smithing level. Right now, we're at like 68 or something, which is pretty good. However, the higher I get, the cheaper the repairs are going to be and the more money I will make. Okay, one more guard to kill here, and that is going to be 50 attack. We are now officially 50 attack and 50 strength. Which actually is the requirement for the Granite hammer. I thought it was 55 attack and strength, but it's actually I think 50, which means now we can go ahead and get a gear upgrade. Now this feels really good because we've been using the Brine Saber for a long time now, and not to mention the Granite hammer looks pretty damn sick. Okay, so that's a Brine Saber, but look at this thing here. It looks so awesome. We're literally gonna smash people with a one-handed hammer. So that is my first significant melee weapon upgrade in a long time. And not only are the stats better, but it also has a special attack as well. which means if I am really paying attention, we can get a even higher XP per hour, so we're definitely going to be using that. Now, so far with the special attack and the new Granite Hammer, we've been able to get around actually 25,000, 28,000 experience per hour, which is really good, relatively of course. At this point, we're already getting 30,000 experience per hour, which means as we get stronger, we get more weapons, we might be able to get up to maybe 40,000, maybe even 50,000 experience per hour on guards at the high end. That pretty much means that getting into the 80s or 90s for combat shouldn't be too big of an issue. Obviously, gonna suck to kill that many guards, but hey, maybe at the end of it, we'll actually complete a medium clue scroll. Oh my god, we are getting so lucky with these genies. That is another genie random coming in. And I think that's the last one we actually need. We should be able to get another hunter level here. 20 experience, and that's going to bring us to level 3 hunter. For every level we get up to like level 20 or 25 is going to get exponentially quicker. And with this next willow tree, we now have level 30 farming, which means we no longer need to boost for the willow tree. Currently, we're getting about a level every time we harvest it. That's obviously going to slow down pretty soon. But I think getting to maple won't really take that long. Oh man, I can't believe it. Another dunce random event. After just another couple of days, we are getting so lucky with these. Now, level 3 hunter, for every dunce random we get, we're going to get 45 hunter experience, which is a ton. Alright, one thing I just realized that I maybe should go ahead and buy is actually a bottomless compost bucket. They end up paying for themselves fairly quickly, so I might as well make the investment now. They are really cheap and they essentially half the cost of compost, which is incredibly good. Not only that, it is obviously just convenient generally, although I only have one farming patch, which means it's not doing that much as far as quality of life, but again, cost saving, so definitely worth it. Alright, so we're testing out our handy dandy new compost bucket, and there's going to be 34 farming. We can now grow the Golavana fruit, not going to do that though. It is nice to know that for every compost we use, we're saving about 400 GP or something like that. Now, we made a conscious decision to go for 60 attack first over anything else, and that is mainly because there's a very strong weapon available 60 attack that actually has no quest requirement. So I think this is actually going to be the final guard. There it is, 60 attack. Now, while I really love the look of the Granite Hammer stylistically, there is a stronger weapon at this level, a dragon weapon, and like I said, no quest requirement. Now, what I'm talking about is the Dragon Short Sword. No, it's not quite as good as the Dragon Scimitar, but it's pretty close, really cheap, and I'm actually able to equip it at the Grand Exchange with no other requirements. Oh my god, it looks so bad. But unfortunately, if we have to massacre like 20,000 guards, I think we're going to go with the strongest weapon, regardless of what it looks like. Now, in the last episode, we finally unlocked a really interesting training method that is available only in your POH, and apparently only when you're in challenge mode of your POH, and that's going to be picklocking oak dungeon doors. Now, with my current strategy, we're getting around 2,000 experience per hour. Now, I think that theoretically could go up if we got a higher construction level, but honestly, it's not going to matter too much. We only need to get to 25 thieving, as at that point we could thieve warrior women until we have the level to thieve from guards. Now, unfortunately, there's kind of an anti-trolling mechanic here that prevents you from closing doors over and over and over again. Normally, it can only close the door like 3 or 4 times before it locks you out for 30 to 40 seconds. I have experimented with going between 2 oak dungeon doors, but I haven't really found it to be that worth it. You're better off just chilling for a minute. So it looks like this is relatively the same speed as catching toy mice, however, a little bit less annoying and a bit more AFK. Speaking of agility training though, the POH might be a really good place to do that, assuming you can drop them on the ground here. Alright, I think it's going to be the final level for now. There's 10 Thieving. This is, unfortunately, of course, very click intensive, as I am planning on doing this in small increments, and eventually we are going to get 25. Now, one big benefit of getting 60 attack is that we can now wear the Dragon Axe, which means we're now able to use the special attack. Now, this will just incrementally increase our experience per hour a bit more, as we can get a +3 boost. Alright, so there we go, another farming level coming in here, 36 farming. Every day we're coming here at least twice a day to try to get a couple farm runs in, and we're making pretty good progress. I mean, we're well on our way now to 42, which will unlock our brand new tree. There is another woodcutting level coming in, 64 woodcutting. I have no real end game goal for woodcutting, however, it's just really my AFK activity, so I do expect us to get it maybe into the 70s or 80s at the very minimum. Now, fletching and a few other skills have taken a bit of the back burner, at least for the last couple of weeks, mainly because we have so much new content to experience, but I do want to get back on the fletching train here pretty soon because we are so close to 99 fletching. Just getting started here with another 11,000 Ruby Dragon Bolts, which got us around 10% of the way to 98, but I really want to get 99 maybe in the next couple of weeks. We're doing our homework, we're doing our due diligence, we're getting another farming level coming in here, 37 farming. Okay, we're back at the old dungeon door, grinding out a couple more thieving levels here. That's going to be 11 thieving. That's going to be one more pickpocket for level 12 thieving. That is going to be 13 thieving. Another 20 minutes later, and another thieving level coming in, 14 thieving. Alright, and finally here, I think that's going to be the last thieving level we're going to do for now. That is going to be 15 thieving. We've been at this for about 1 hour, and we need to do it, I think, for around 3 or 4 hours in total. So, you know what, we're a quarter of the way there or something like that. Now, one thing I've had in my bank for quite a while now is around 6,000 gold ore and 6,000 nature runes. Now, this should be enough to get us right to level 70 smithing. I've just really forgotten about them entirely. So it's been a little while since we've done some magic and smithing training, but let's go ahead and do a bit of superheating. So around 2 hours later, we managed to get another smithing level coming in, 69 smithing, and not only that, we also got a notable amount of magic experience as well. I think realistically, the smartest way for me to get 99 magic would be just through superheating. Whether I can handle that, well, yet to be determined. And finally here, we got another farming run coming through. That is going to be 38 farming, and actually a Hespori seed. That's kind of exciting. I love the new collection log pop-up feature. That's actually an inbuilt feature now. You can have that even on the base client. Unfortunately, there's no use for a Hespori seed for me, but you know, it's kind of cool to have in the bank, and I can kind of treat it like a fun little collection. Anyway guys, that is where I'm going to end it for today. We actually ended up gaining a ton of total levels. We're actually up to 1,171, and we started the episode at 1,107. Which means we gained 64 total levels today. The grand majority of those combat levels, I mean, we're up to 60 attack, 55 strength, and even 44 defense. However, we also gained like 10 or more thieving levels, a smithing level, some woodcutting levels, and a bunch of farming levels. Hey, I mean, actually pretty soon here we'll have access to a 1250 world, which, while not terribly useful, will be a pretty nice milestone. As always guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, always appreciate a like in the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Now, before I go here, I want to give a massive thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to Cappy, Colin Corley, Timothy Chen, Guy Fox, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed to the Dragon tier. I really do appreciate you guys. Also, a giant thank you to Yo-Yo Sup 89, Clack Clack, Need My Pills, Branton Griffin, Birdbot, and Base Titch for all being subscribed at the Runite tier. As always, if you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. You can become immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to my video release schedule, and of course get a custom role in my Discord server. Thanks again guys, and I will see you next time.